Hello everybody, welcome back to Blades and Blasters. This is Demon Gate, episode 17 of Vagabond. As always, thanks again to Blades and Blasters for hosting. I'm Rogue, GM for tonight, and tonight we have Matihi, who's playing Emmy, Ghost is playing Delius, Emma is playing Peef, and Wanderer is playing Norgar, everybody's favorite troll. Everybody got sight here?
Yes.
Kiwi.
Oh, I miss it already. Let's see how it goes. Tonight we won't have the API scripts, but we'll have to live without them. No cool blood splatter. A Roll20 issue, I'm sure. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is the 12th of Deadwood. Night has come to the city of Northwater. The darkness finally swallowing the purple sky cast by the two suns setting over the city buildings. The crescent moon is barely a sliver of light, finally rising in the sky after the two suns set. However, the city is lit by the many endless lanterns that are seen from far and wide, spreading out over the city. The Temple of the Maker still requires much work to fix it up, but the work Norgar has put in is amazing. The coin he has offered from his own pocket shows that the Templar has a kind heart. This organization that he is part of, the Order of the Purifying Flame, has taken up to helping in his cause. Peef and Tehe Mahal brought a message back to the others after being attacked the other night in the back alleys. A mutant, possibly a Vatagi, and a human were dispatched and seemed as though they had wished to take Peef captive. Peef and Tehe were successful in fending them off and killed one of the men. They took the mutant captive and meant to return the woman to the temple, but were stopped by some guards along the way. The captive was taken from them and taken to the magistrate due to their laws of the city. The watch sergeant, a man named Sergeant Conway, said they could go and speak with the prisoner if they needed at a later date. However, as the days passed, the bureaucratic nonsense kept them from having a meeting with this captive. The clerk of the magistrate does not let just anyone into the cells or into the halls. Those who come to seek an audience with the magistrate with a request must often have a name, a reputation, or good standing in the city. Yet, one night, a servant of Father Gravis from the Order of the Purifying Flame was sent to speak with Norgar. So, I guess let's start with that scene. Actually, I will put you guys all at the market at night, so you're not all split up. You guys can kind of fill us in on how you got there, or whatever, what you're doing there.
Oh, sorry, this is back at the market?
Yeah, this will be at the market.
So I'm guessing the group of us came back together after... It was Kaleem, right? Kaleem the Red?
Yes.
After coming back from Kaleem the Red's, after helping out, hopefully saving some of his men, at least one, because it seemed like Kaleem did not need much saving. when we got there. Emmy heads back with probably Delius, maybe Peef, 3 of them together, I'm assuming. Emmy kind of in her hands. Her and Delius had been working away on a gift for Inithia. She holds a stone that's been kind of wrapped in twine and strung into, I'd say, maybe a simple but pretty little necklace. She kind of has that in her hand, and she's fidgeting with it and fiddling. Maybe a bit slow. There's definitely something that I think a feeling that Emmy doesn't feel a lot, which is nerves. Her heart kind of pounds a bit in her chest. A bit worried about maybe what Inithia is going to say. Worried about how it's going to go. Hoping that maybe she didn't just imagine anything, any feelings that Inithia might have. She wasn't sure, but based on the talk that she had with Delius about just going for it, she was determined to do that. But she's fairly quiet in their walk back home, mostly looking down at the necklace and fiddling with it.
Meanwhile, as Peef is walking back, she has a fancy-looking new bow and is kind of messing with the stringing on it and, like, looking around, kind of looking at it with glee in her eyes that can be seen beyond the mask. She's not paying a lot of attention to the road, just kind of enough to look around to make sure they're going the correct way.
Norigar is already at the market. He's been looking around and trying to make deals with various merchants here to sort of source cheap food for some of the people in the area around the temple that need it. And he's not above intimidating people in a good cause. So some of the stallholders are glad to see him because he brings coin, and others are really not so glad to see him. But he's certainly noticeable wherever he goes.
I'd say at some point, Delius would have, after the events at the tower, likely took a rest, everything being taken out of him during the battles, but he is now spending time with Emmy at the market, looking over the birthstone that the two of them put together, but also a bit of internal nerves, kind of keeping it away for everyone regarding the conversations that are going to take place between himself, Emmy, and potentially Inithia.
Also, just to fill you in, Delius, you had a private conversation with Kaleem, and this was given to you before you left. I wanted to make sure that you knew what it was. The vial of Pathosis ritual. It's actually an elixir, not really a tincture, but vial of liquid holds a powerful potion and is meant to cure diseases. It is a one-time use, and it requires an incantation to be read by someone who possesses the power of sorcery. It was created by an archmage witch by the name of Mistress Galarmiel, a dark elf sorceress. She told Kaleem, when she gave it to him, that the vial requires one more ingredient, the ash of the heart of whatever caused the disease. And it requires this ash to be poured into the vial as the incantation is repeated and begun until the last drop is ingested. This was what he gave you. He did warn you that it has the ability to mutate or even kill the subject, but it was what he had, and he said he didn't specialize very much in the healing arts of things, but if you wanted more, or wanted more information to help you in the healing arts, you could seek out Mistress Galarmiel, who is in the Nine Towers, and she is a white witch, and would be the one to speak with about diseases and curing them.
Yeah, that would have definitely put him in a bit of a mood hearing that, because there's a lot of implications for what that's going to mean. So yeah, he keeps that tight, close to his person, and has not shared any of that information with anyone, and may not for some time.
And since Norgar was there already, this character was wandering around the marketplace at night, and some of them are closing up. You know, some of the shops and everything, because the people are starting to get thinner and thinner, and find the inns and the taverns around the local area. And you do notice, Norgar, that the orc Sanchez points this heavily armored warrior towards you. You notice the warrior is wearing religious symbols, you know, of the Maker, and he looks to you and starts to walk towards you, putting a hand clenched over his chest before he reaches you.
I return the gesture.
And he says, "The great Norgar, it is an honor to meet you, sir."
Not so much great. Just trying my best like we all do. Good to meet you too, brother. Don't believe I know you.
Not yet. I was sent by the Order of the Purifying Flame. I am sent by Father Gravis to assist you in cleaning up the temple. If you wish, I will go there now.
Norigar, that sort of breaks into a big smile and says, "Oh, it's very good of him, and you. We could certainly do with it. There's so much to do."
He nods and he says, "My name is Elgar, and I am at your service."
It's good to meet you, Elgar. Well, I'm just picking up some food here to distribute around the people of the area, and he looks around and realizes that most of the stalls are shut and says, "Well, probably a good time as any to get going. Could you carry this for me?" And he sort of hands him a sack of food. He's got another one slung over his shoulder.
"Of course," and he takes it. You can see he's got a shield on his back and a bastard sword on his belt. He takes the sack and he says, "I was told to bring you a message as well, that Father Gravis had spoken to the magistrate about a prisoner that you were interested in speaking with. That if you wish to go after sunset, would be a good time to go and speak with this prisoner."
I guess Norigar's heard all about this incident by now from Peef.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm saying that because Peef can be quite quite closed sometimes. So he says, "Oh, that's great news. Thank you. There are a couple of friends I should find and tell." And he sort of scratches his head and looks around the market and says, "Well, we should stop by the caravan." The caravan's still in town, is it?
Yeah, that's actually here. You would see.
Oh, it's on the edge of the market, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you would see Delius and Emmy and Peef probably approaching now. And
Great. Norigal will hail them. Probably loud enough for half the market to hear now. It's pretty empty.
Amy looks up, sees Norgar kind of waving them over. She takes the necklace and kind of tucks it away in a side pocket and smiles to the others and says, "Let's go see what Norgar wants." She'll start making her way over.
He follows, kind of waving up at Norgar.
Elias follows.
As you come over, you see he's standing next to this other armoured figure, both of them carrying a sack of food each, and Norigal sort of claps the figure on the back and says, "Everyone, I'd like to introduce a fellow member of my order, a brother of the order, if you will. This is Elbow. No, Elgar, sorry.
Hey, Elbow.
And yeah, he's been sent by Father Gravis, good man, who has arranged with the magistrate that we could see that prisoner." He sort of nods and raises his eyebrows at Peef.
it is a pleasure to meet you all. I suppose you are dealing with some bureaucratic nonsense, trying to speak with this prisoner. If you wish, I can take this food back to the temple. It's no problem.
And Norigal says, "Oh, great, thanks. Yeah, we should probably go and see the magistrate then if it's all arranged. Here you go." And he hands him this other bigger sack. And it doesn't occur to him it might be quite heavy for someone who's not a troll. And he just kind of like pushes it towards him and says, Thanks, brother. You're a great help. Thank you." And turns to go.
Yeah, as you can see, he's definitely over encumbered, and he's like, "Oh, no problems. I'll get this right there.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'll be fine. Oh, here's a wheelbarrow."
Oh, perfect. Emmy looks up to Norgar. You mean, like, right now?
Yeah. You busy?
Actually, yeah, there's one thing I want to do, really quick, I think. Before the night gets too long. Emmy looks down.
But I wanna go see the person that tried to kill me.
Well, I'm sure whatever Emmy has to do, it's just as important as that.
No, I mean...
Is it?
It's pretty important. But I mean, you were almost killed by somebody, and maybe questioning them is a good idea.
What's it mean to you?
Oh, I need to give Inathia a necklace and tell her that I like her.
Oh!
Yeah. And she points down at Delius, and she says, "Yeah, we're gonna try and become, like, a 3-person couple. If she's into it, I don't know."
Oh!
Yeah.
Norigal frowns and sort of says, "I don't think I've heard of that before." He kind of looks at Emmy, looks at Dilius and says, "I didn't know you two were a thing."
Yeah, it's recent. She smiles widely and looks down at Delius.
Within the last day, in fact, and he looks at Norgar.
Oh, Congratulations. Noragard looks just uncertain about how you navigate these social situations.
Eve kind of like tilts her head, like slightly confused.
That doesn't seem very important. Maybe we should just go talk to the prisoner.
Emmy chuckles.
If it's important to Emmy, it's important. I trust her. If she says it's as important as questioning the person who tried to kill you, then it is. We've got to trust her.
I mean, we can come back. It's fine. I think she'll still be up by the time we get back.
How does it work? Do you give her the present, or do you and Didius give her the present together?
Together, I think. I don't know.
We have to talk about it a bit more, I think. But perhaps for
You
that
got a
reason,
present each?
We basically made the present together.
yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Didius.
But perhaps we ought to go talk to this prisoner if now's a good time for it. I imagine Inathai will be awake, though I hope she'll have put my children to sleep before too late.
I doubt it. Emmy smiles and laughs.
Well, he kind of straightens out his armor. Perhaps we should go speak to this individual who tried to harm Peef.
Yeah.
If they're prepared now.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And we make our way over towards the magistrate.
All right. Let's see if anything happens along the way. Nothing. Nothing is happening along the way.
I think that's a great role. I think we should find money.
Yeah.
All right, so making your way down the streets, it does not take you long to get to the magistrate. When you get to the place, there are two guards out front that carrying halberd lances, and right past them, you can see the courtyard and a finely made courtyard where you can see the barracks of many guards stationed there. And one of the guards comes up to you and says, "What business do you have here?"
My prisoner was taken away from me a few days ago, and we were told that we could talk to him now.
Norgal will sort of clear his throat and says, we were told that Father Gravis had arranged things with the magistrate so that we could see the prisoner.
Indeed, Father Gravis. And he opens up the gates for you guys to come on in.
Emmy looks around. How nice is it? What's the general vibe of this place?
Inside the magistrate's quarters, it's very nice.
Oh, it's
Tapestries and everything.
Is there a bed?
Actually, you guys only get admitted to the main hall, actually.
Wow.
And as you're walking in, you can see it seems like you're probably one of the last ones to be let in here to the magistrate. And you can see a few more guards, actually, that look heavily armored, probably knights. And the magistrate is set up behind a desk with his quill and ink. And some of the guards, they stand, and one of them introduces you. And he says, "That's fine." You can hear whispers up there, and he says, "What is your name? Who speaks for your group?"
Emmy looks around and says, we all talk. I'm Emmy. This is Delius and Peef and Noragar. And she gestures to everyone in turn. But I think Peef might be the best to speak right now because it was her that was attacked.
The attack in the streets. Just 2 days ago.
Yeah. And then I had captured him, and I was bringing him to my friend Noragar, but then one of the guards took him from me.
And at this point, Noragar leans forward and goes, "Oh, Noragar!" and nods, and then leans back again.
One of you, whoever you all want to represent, can roll the glory check.
Oh.
Oh.
Who is reppin'?
I have 247. I'm almost at tier 2.
I'm
10%.
291.
So it should probably be you then.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Unless anyone has more than 290.
Nope, not me.
Well, it's 20%, right? So.
Yeah, it's higher than mine.
I've got 10%.
Same.
All right. I guess. Or
You
Noragar
rep.
can run, can rep. I don't know, because, you're the whatever guy. I don't know. What do you want to do, Noragar?
No, that's fine. She
Oh,
can
okay.
do it.
That's
Nope.
cool. You were talking. You were the one talking.
Yeah,
Ah.
no one knows her. It's fine.
He starts to mention something about it often takes quite some time to file all the paperwork for you to meet a prisoner, and one of the guards slips a scroll over from the clerk's desk and reminds the magistrate that Father Gravis had pushed the envelope on this. He says, "Aye, Father Gravis. Go ahead and take them down to the dungeon. Don't touch anything."
Is there anything to touch down there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We won't touch it.
He finally looks up from his desk at you. He's just been looking at the desk the whole time and parchments and stuff and keeps writing the entire time. One of the guards takes some of the keys and he nods. "All right, follow me."
Okay, thanks, Mr. Magistrate guy. And she'll turn around and follow the card.
Peef will also follow.
Yeah, Noragar will also follow and turn with a nod to the guy and say, Thank you. Your realize he's not sure what kind of title to use, and he says, "Sir," and then nods and follows.
I think you're supposed to call him Master.
Like you used to it, and then he cuts off. And goes, "Yeah, Master, right."
Yeah, Emmy kind of was making a joke at first, and then she kind of looks a bit downcast, and she says, "Never mind."
As you go down into the dungeon cells, you see some not so pleasant sights of people chained up to the walls, some very horrid smells and stench down here, until you find one of the cells. This is one of the finer cells, actually, and before they get taken down into the lower quarters. And the guard doesn't say much as he leads you down there. And he says, at the final, at one of the final cells to your left, you notice back in the shadows, chained to the wall, is The mutant that had attacked you, Peef. The guard says, you have a short amount of time.
I thought the mutant was the one who died.
No, it was the guy.
Oh.
Mutant lived.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same's alive.
Hi.
You can see her lift her face from the shadows over there. And she says, I was wondering when you'd show up.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me come. But now I'm here and I brought people.
I really wish you would have finished me off in the alleyway.
But then I wouldn't be able to question you.
Are they treating you okay in here?
She just kind of stares at you and shakes her head and laughs under her breath. Of course not.
Oh.
I will have many days, maybe weeks.
The guard is still there, right?
He is standing by the door, leaning against the wall. He doesn't seem to be paying much attention, but he's probably listening.
Okay, Peef wouldn't do it.
So, I was wondering why you tried to kill me.
Because my master told me to.
Who is your master, the bearded guy?
Yes. And I didn't try to kill you. I was trying to capture you.
Oh, why?
He wanted to speak with you.
Where were you gonna take her?
Back to the tavern.
What tavern?
They had a place at the Slaughtered Inn.
Were there, like, other people in your group in town? Because we killed the beard guy. And, I think some of your other people got away.
Ormus, you killed Ormus. I find that hard to believe.
Well, I mean, he was like attacking the temple place, and we went in and killed him and a few others. I got this bow for it.
And she kind of holds up her bow.
He went to the temple himself?
Yeah. Is that weird?
Yeah, she seems to like be perplexed by this and looks at the floor in thought for a moment. Her hands are kind of raised up on the wall behind her, and looks like she's like laying up against the wall. You know, half of her body is on the ground, probably covered in her own fecal matter.
Delius looks to the prisoner. What was the purpose for trying to acquire Edgehook's eye? What is the plan, exactly?
That is all part of the cult wish, is to bring back the god. Eat your hook.
No
I
god,
was,
demon.
I was thinking more in the immediate. What were you going to do after you recovered it? Where were you going to go?
She thinks for a moment, and you can see she's bothered by this line of questioning, like if she should mention this at all, perhaps, or if anything even matters anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Delius will look to the prisoner. Look, you don't have many options here. If you were to help us out, perhaps we could speak to the guards here, see if we could have your sentence commuted or even have you released.
Looks at you very hopefully. Then
Oh, yeah. Maybe, I don't know, and looks down to Peef. Maybe if you, maybe talk to the magistrate, and maybe we could, maybe we could rehabilitate you. She looks up to Sam.
I never really believed much in the power of this god, or demon, as you say. She looks over to Norgar. It all sounded quite strange, really, but they rescued me, and I followed them for several years.
Are you the
Hey.
truth or no?
Oh yeah, Dorigal would definitely be trying to work that out as well.
Same.
Bust out that roll there.
Oh, we're doing perception. Okay.
She seems to be telling the truth there. And she also make a charisma check, Delius, about that. Really talking about that, or are you?
I'm being honest.
Okay.
I have no reason to lie. If you condemned every person who was in a cult, then Delius would be in that cage all the same. So
She thinks for a moment. She says, "There are more of them, more than in just Northwater. There's several hideouts here. If I give you any information, perhaps you could speak with the magistrate and maybe set me free. I would flee immediately to the east."
Well, I mean,
I would prefer that you aid us in uncovering these cult locations first, and then, of course, your life would be as you wish.
I know of two here in the city. There is the Slaughtered Lamb. It is a dingy tavern inn. I believe that is where. I believe that is where the goblin, the little one. You are a goblin, yes?
Yeah.
That is where some of them stay. Hormus was the leader there. And there is one more that is higher rank than Ormus in this city.
How is it?
She worries for a moment too. It seems like maybe she's afraid for a moment. But, I shouldn't speak her name.
Can you write it?
Yes, I could write it.
Oh, okay. Emmy. Emmy does have. Ooh. She wouldn't use that. She looks around. Does anybody have, like, paper? She looks at the guard. Do you have paper? Like, some ink? Parchment, some ink, something. Charcoal. Anything.
He looks towards you. You can see just his eyes in the torchlight from behind the. He says, "No touching anything here."
What if you just mouth it?
Yeah.
I'm good at reading lips.
She thinks
We-
for a moment.
We could just get this prisoner released, and then their hands would be free to write on the parchment.
Good point.
That might not be very easy, though.
Yeah, I mean,
People don't like to release mutants back into cities.
well, it's not just about that, right? She's committed crimes.
Oh,
She's got to answer for them.
I mean, there's always chance for rehabilitation. Someone learning from their mistakes, what they did, and trying to become a better person.
She could atone by allowing us to take down the rest of her cult, Noragar.
Noragard's still mouthing the word rehabilitation and trying to sound it out.
This is a word I learned
I
from.
don't know. He's scratching his head.
If you could allow... Let me pose you this, Noragar. Let's say you had a chance to catch one cultist, but it would allow 10 to go free. Or you could allow that one cultist to live, and you would catch 10. What would you choose?
Suppose I'd catch the 10. But I couldn't let one go. No, it doesn't. I couldn't. I wouldn't sit right.
But she's not a cultist.
Yeah.
Precisely. She was indoctrinated in. She was taken advantage of. It is a different circumstance than one who willingly enters the embrace of darkness.
Noragar looks across at her and sort of stares her in the eyes and says, "You ever kill anyone for the cult, same? Anyone innocent?" And he looks at her again and says, "Oh no, if you're lying."
She kind of squirms a bit, and she says, "Yes, I have killed for them."
Well, that makes her a cultist in my eyes. And, but all the same, Noragar looks back to her and nods and says, "But you did the right thing to tell the truth. Well done." He looks a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can see she was probably intimidated that Drake pulled it out of her. The truth.
Wait, so just mouth the name.
If you free me, I will tell you.
I mean, I'm gonna try to free you anyway, but you telling us will help.
Elias is going to head back to where the magistrate is.
Yeah, she puts her head down and she doesn't say anything after that.
I think Keith is gonna walk up closer. And take off her mask to show that she's a mutant.
I don't want you to get hurt. I want to help you. But I also need to know who this person is.
They call her Lady Vane.
Lady Vane?
Yes.
He kind of like nods and puts the mask back on.
Okay.
Natala.
Natala Vane. Alright, I can find her. We'll go talk to the guy, to see if we can get you out.
Norgard sort of shakes his head a little bit and says, you'll have to go without me. I can't do this, I'm sorry. I see the logic in your words, Delius, but it doesn't sit right with me. I just can't make it. I'm sorry.
Delius is upstairs.
Delius is gone.
Delius went upstairs whenever they were trying to get the name, because he thought, well, we're going to need this person anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess in that case, probably around that time, Norgard will probably have wandered off as well, looking uncomfortable.
So we'll go back over to, Oh, do you have anything else to say to her after that, Peef or Emmy? After you say you're going to get her out, or try to?
No.
Okay. And we'll jump over here to the guard. Let Delius out first, and then, you know the way back down the hall. So he basically just unlocks the door for you. So in this scene, I imagine Delius, you're the only one that's here at this moment with the magistrate who seems to be like cleaning up his books and his scrolls off of the table at the moment, and parchments. Still has some of the guards and knights around him. And when you walk out of the back hallway, the entrance to the dungeons, he looks up and he says, "Yes?"
I was wondering if I might speak to you for just a moment before you depart for the evening, I reckon.
I'm running a bit late, but yes. What is it?
As my compatriot introduced before, I am Delius Moth, a traveler, scholar. I believe there's a cult issue in your fair city that I wish to resolve, but I would require that prisoner in order to do so.
There are many cults in this city. Some would even say the queen was a cultist at one time. And you see some of the knights look towards him. It's like, oh, shut up.
I am only interested in the things that I know, not the things that are supposed. I know that a cult is trying to possess a demonic artifact in this city, and I believe that we are in a rare position to be able to do something about it. I would require that prisoner be released into our custody. I understand how these things tend to work, and he shakes a coin purse at them. What would it take?
Wasn't it this prisoner that attacked one of your friends?
Indeed.
Did your friend not wish them locked up?
At first she did, but no longer. There is merit in being able to turn the enemy's resources against them.
Ah, I see. You wish to buy the prisoner back?
If that is what it will take, I do have some coin on me.
He smiles and he looks you over for a moment, and he puts his books back down on the desk, and he says, "It would take in 10 gold talons, and I will write out the form for you for the prisoner's release."
He will pull 10 gold talons from his bag and place them on the table neatly in a stack. For your trouble.
He quickly writes the letter and puts his signet ring on it and hands it over to you. And he says, "Take care of this," to one of the guards. And he says, "Good day, Adelius."
And to you, magistrate.
So they do go, and you end up having to wait a few more moments while they go fetch Same and bring her out. They did not bother to clean her up at all.
Do we know if there's like a bathhouse or anything nearby that's still open?
There is.
Oh! Yeah. Are we all at this point kind of gathered back around together?
Yeah, by the time she comes out, and the guards lead her out.
If when you guys come out with her, Norigar was kind of waiting around, and as soon as he sees her, he just sort of says, "Oh no, look, I'll see you at the church, the temple," and he walks off.
Yeah, he's about to say something, but just kind of watches him go. Takes a deep breath and shakes her head. He's got a strong sense of justice, but I don't think there's any room for any lenience in that sense of justice. And she looks over to Sam, looks down, says, "Let's get you to bathhouse." I mean, I could use a bath too, to be honest. I'm kind of sweaty.
Oh. And she looks a bit worried at that, and she says, "The one I told you about, Lady Vane. She owns one of the bathhouses near here."
Then we won't go to that one.
All right.
But which one?
There is another one, owned by the Atticrolians. Perhaps there.
So we'll avoid that one. Emmy will start heading out if no one else is saying anything. To that bathhouse.
I think people follow for a little bit. But she may be like,
I don't need a bath. Should I go look at the other bathhouse maybe?
Yeah, just be careful, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to do that. We'll go to the bathhouse, and then, after that, we'll head back to the market. I don't know if you want to go up and talk with Norigar, but, I don't know if he might want some space for now.
I think I should speak with him.
Okay, so do you want to go talk to Norigar, and then I'll go to the bathhouse with Sam, and then Peef will go to the other bathhouse, and then I'll meet you at the caravan? Yes. Peef, I don't know.
That should work
Okay.
fine for me.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Hey, splitting
You
up.
can get all clean and pretty for when you talk to Inathaya.
I mean, yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, kind of gross right now. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll look over at Delius and kind of lean down, and pick his chin up and give him a kiss. You, good luck.
I imagine with Norgar, I might need it. Thank you.
I think you can do it. And she'll head off with Same.
Alright, so we're going to 2 different bathhouses.
And the church, but split the party.
Okay, let's see. First, Norgar is heading to... back to the church, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. He's uncomfortable with moral grey areas.
Alright. Let me set this up real quick. Alright, random encounter, perhaps? Let's see. Does Norgar get involved in anything? Oh, something happens.
Oh no, what happens? He gets lots of money?
No.
It's a legion of fire-wielding sorcerers.
Legends!
Just like the old gypsy woman said.
Interesting. That's funny. That just happened. Alright. Let's see. Norgar is on his way back. Let's put you guys over here. I think you guys all fit in here. You guys all have sight there?
Yes.
Alright. Norgar, as you're making your way back to the church, you do notice some shouts going on down one of the alleys. It sounds like a lot of loud people arguing about something. Do you want to investigate this, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, well, Norgar's feeling uncomfortable. He doesn't like to argue with kind of the only friends he's ever known, but he can see that maybe logically they're right, but he's not really smart enough to get his head around the arguments, and it just feels wrong to him, and that's something he's always put a lot of weight in. So he's feeling really uncomfortable and torn. So he goes down the alleyway in search of a simple situation that he can put right.
You notice 3 figures in the shadows down the alleyway, arguing about something. It sounds like money, and by the time you get over there, this one here, the shorter, bald, he's shorter, bald guy, but he's stocky, very strong looking. And he has a blade out. Looks like a short sword, really thick blade with one edge, and really jagged. There's also a woman there who looks kind of scarred up. They all look rough, And then there's a wiry fellow, human, with the knife-cut hair. He says, the thick fellow, the one with the blade out, he says, "I'm the fucking leader here. Don't you forget it." And he puts the blade towards the woman, and then that's when he notices you coming around the corner. And then they all slowly turn towards you, quietly looking at you.
And Norgar sort of looks him up and down, and the way he's pointing the blade at her, and he doesn't like the look of that, but he also has a fair feeling they're probably all together. And he sort of looks and kind of stretches his neck one way and the other and sort of says, "So, what's going on here then?"
That's none of your concern.
Maybe. But maybe I want to make it my concern. Maybe I'm one of those concerned citizens you hear about.
He shifts kind of uncomfortably, and looks at the others. He says, "Just a debate, money situation. There's no worries here. No need to cause any troubles."
And Norrigar looks across at the other two and says, "So, why didn't you explain it to me? And use short words because I'm not very smart." And he gives a big toothy grin to them.
Just a second. Where was Delius headed?
Off to Norgar.
Oh, you were following him?
Well, he got a little bit of a head start, but I was going in that direction.
Oh, yeah. Then definitely. So we'll say, yeah, you can stumble upon this as well. You'd probably be coming up behind Norgar in this situation then.
I don't know how much I would have heard, but I think he would continue walking and just kind of stop next to Norgar. He wouldn't say anything actually just yet.
This one says,
sorry.
This one starts to say something else, like he's got one hand out to, like, trying to calm the situation, it appears. And then this one steps on and she's like, "It's no problem. Just debate about the split of some coin, yeah. We're all associates here, there's no trouble."
Norrigar so looks them up and down and says, "Split of coin, huh? What, like from a crime or something?" And he just kind of like, he smiles at them again, but he kind of like, he reaches round and gets his shield off his back while he's talking.
They're all gonna take off running. They all look at each other first, and then they start to run. What do you guys want to do?
See what Norgar does, if he thinks he can catch him.
Yeah, Norrigar looks like he's about to start running and then just realizes they're way faster than him. So he picks up a cobblestone, like a big cobblestone. He doesn't want to like kill anyone, but he tries to pick out this guy and kind of hit him in the back with it if he can. Just he's aiming to knock him over, and yes, it will probably injure him, but hopefully not kill him. So he aims to throw it at him.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I guess that will be a lob, but probably less damage.
Pull one out of the wall, or even off the ground or something. Or...
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And he's got his back to you, so he's going to get a -1 as well. So probably going to hit him. Yeah, they're all running. They're almost to the corner, and just as he's about to go around the corner, that hits him.
Yeah, and Norrigar is trying to hit him if he can in the kind of the small of the back, with the aim that he's already running, and this will give him some extra impetus forward and hopefully send him sprawling. So as soon as he throws it, he's running as well, and he's just trying to follow up.
You easily gain on him. The other two do not wait. They take off, and the coin spills on the ground. Delius, what are you doing?
I'm following with Norgar, not really understanding the situation. Running towards the man that he just knocked over.
Yeah, this one rolls over, and he puts his hands up. Calm down now.
So, let's try that again without anyone playing silly buggers, shall we? Where's the coin from? Sorry, where's the coin come from?
Was that gambling? We were just gambling.
Can I try detect lies?
Oh yeah.
Oof. Ooh.
You think he's being untrue about it?
Okay. Yeah. Also, if it had been gambling, it doesn't seem right they'd run off like that. So Nuragar says, running away because you've been gambling? Why don't you pull the other one? It's got bells on, mate. Let's try that again. Who'd you steal it from?
We didn't steal it, alright? People paid me for someone else to find someone for them, and they're just buying flesh. That's all. Just a whore.
Can I try detect lies again?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He's like, she's just a whore. I get paid for finding whores for people.
Well, Nuragar's looking confused because this guy doesn't seem to be lying, but the story doesn't entirely make sense. He's like, I mean, I've never gone looking for anything like that, but I thought you just went down, what's the name of that street round down the other end of town? You just go down there, don't you? I don't know why you pay someone. And he looks across at Delius because he's now looking a little bit out of his depth.
I suppose the question would be, did you kidnap someone to turn them into a whore, or did you find a whore for another man to use?
That's it right there. We get paid to kidnap whores and sell them.
Ah, so you're a kidnapper then?
There you go.
Very good. And Delius will just kill him.
Let me see how wounded he was from Norgar's lob. Can you roll that damage?
Yeah, I
He
don't know.
just instantly
Would it have done
dies.
full damage?
Post-mortem.
It might not have been full.
Like half
It's
damage.
It was only a
yeah,
quick-
21.
There you go.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yes, he seems pretty messed up already too. So go ahead, Delius. What would you do to him?
Iron Maiden.
Make some spikes grow out of that wall he's leaning against. Nice. And yeah, what does it look like as you take him out?
Delius kind of holds his hand forward for a second, and then curls his palm to himself, curls it into a fist, and spikes jut from the wall, splintering the man, basically from his head down to his belly button.
There goes Goldtooth Garrett.
What?
That's his name. Name's Garrett.
You can see when his mouth opens up, one of the spikes is sticking out of it. He's got like 3 gold teeth that are capped. The coin that falls on the ground is it's not that bad. Both of you guys roll a d20, and we'll add it to a 20. So whatever you roll. Oh man! So
God.
23 gold.
Ooh. Wait, is this the gold tooth?
That's, that's Gold Tooth Garrett.
Like the guy from the other game?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Isn't this like the same night that we saw him?
This is...
It's a little bit later.
Yeah, a little bit
So
later he gets
someone's gonna
fucking
fill me in here.
murdered. Oh, I'll let Emma fill you in because it's her character.
We were trying to find Astus's girlfriend, and
Oh yeah. I was in on
in,
part 1 of that. Yeah.
in some records we found that there was some association with her and Goldtooth Garrett, so we went and talked to Goldtooth Garrett to find out if we could purchase her or where she was sold to. So we found out where she was sold to, and Astus gave him 10 gold, just as a thanks. And then we left. And that's the story of Goldtooth Garrett, and that was earlier this very night.
Wow. So half of this
So-
is Astus, not that we know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, didn't Astus have the coin just like that? Yeah, you guys definitely wouldn't have known.
Yeah. So Norigar will peer around the corner and see if he can see where the other two have got to, but probably they're long gone.
Yeah, they've disappeared and vanished into the night. Slid down some crack.
Norigar sort of grunts and nods to Delius and says, "Well, these things happen." And,
They do.
He looks down at the money and says, "Look, I think this should probably all go to the poor. What do you think? I don't feel right about spending money that's come from there."
You're the one who caught him. It's entirely up to you, whatever you spend it on. By all means. I think it would be perfectly well and good to go to the poor.
Yeah, maybe too. I don't know. And he sort of looks confused for a minute, and after some what looks to him quite uncomfortable thought, says, "Maybe I can find some, like, young girls that need help, might be a bit vulnerable or something. Yeah, help keep them out of the way of bastards like him." And he sort of nods, and then he picks up all the coin, looking a bit uncomfortable, and then still looking slightly uncomfortable, but no more uncomfortable than he did about picking up the coin. He opens up the guy's mouth and like he'll find something to grasp onto his teeth and like pull out the gold teeth, and add them to the pile.
Nice. It's like the looting ability without using the looting skill.
Yeah. And he sort of says, "Well, you know what? If I didn't, some other scumbag would. At least this way we can melt it down and it can help people." And he kind of wipes the teeth off on the guy's clothing and then puts them in a sort of separate pouch with the gold. He's probably got nothing. It's probably pretty grim the way he does it because he's got no like pliers or anything. So he probably just like breaks the guy's jaw and pulls it out.
Elias does not seem to mind, but when Norgar is finished, "I want to speak with you, actually. If you wish to continue walking, though, I don't think it would look very well of us to stand next to a corpse in this state." He kind of gestures to the man who's basically pockmarked full of spikes.
Oh yeah. Still, my conscience is clear. And he turns around, and you see as he does, he's muttering a prayer to the Maker, and you think he's praying for the women this guy trafficked. And then he sort of does that for a few seconds, and then he sort of turns and nods to you and says, yeah, so how can I help? And he looks in a little bit of a better mood now.
Yeah, as they start walking, Darius will to Norgar. I just wanted to talk with you about the situation that occurred earlier. Well, not too long ago, with us releasing that former cultist. I just wanted to make sure there were not going to be any issues between us.
Norrigar, having looked a bit happier, and he was, you think he was just working out, like, oh, that much money can go to this person and this to this person. He was getting quite cheerful, and then he sort of, when you say that, his face falls again, and he looks like he's getting into uncomfortable thoughts territory. And he sort of says, well, I mean, no. I mean, a bit, but no. I mean, maybe, sort of. No. And he sort of thinks for a second and says, look, the way I see it is this. I know you mean good. And what you said, it sort of made sense. So I can see how you'd maybe doing good here, like more good than it would do to just punish her. But it's my gut, right? I go by my gut, and that it doesn't like letting her go. I mean, if she'd just been forced to do stuff, fair enough, but she was one of them, and she killed innocent people, and that, for me, that's crossing a line. She's got to pay somehow. I'm not saying she has to die or anything, but there's got to be a price for doing that kind of evil. Or what's it all mean?
I see. Out of curiosity, Norgar, I know we haven't known one another very long, but what does your gut tell you about me, I wonder? What kind of man I am?
And Norrigar just sort of opens his mouth for as if he's just going to give an immediate answer, and then sort of stops and pauses and looks at Delius and says, well, I've seen you do a lot of good, Delius. You're quiet, and you go more with your head than your heart. But you're a good dad. And from what I've seen, you're a good man. He's looking quite puzzled now, and he's kind of looking at Delius in a way like he's weighing him up.
And yet, had you met me 40 years ago, you would have wished to kill me.
Why is that, Delius?
I am going to share this with Emmy and Inith. I would prefer you keep it quiet from the rest of the caravan. I have not exactly lied to any of you, but I have not been fully forthcoming about where I come from. I am from the Dalewind, that is true. And I did come from a grove of Jehen, god, Eldrin of wine and song. Lovely place. But before then, I was in a cult. Warlock's cult. He looks to Norgar to gauge his reaction.
Norrigar, there's quite a few expressions sort of flitting over Norrigar's face at this moment. A little bit of disbelief, a little bit of anger, and a lot of confusion. And he kind of opens his mouth a couple of times and shuts it again, and he seems to be having trouble choosing the right words. Was that a demon cult, Delius? And he looks really unhappy just even uttering the words.
Not precisely. That wasn't our focus. I would not have put it beyond the leader of the cult to look into demonic artifacts if he thought it suited him. No, it was a pursuit of power sort of thing. I was a part of it. I was forced into it. I was abducted when I was 13 years of age, and I served in it for, oh, gods, 40? No, 30 years.
Norigar just sits back on a barrel that happens to be behind him, and it creaks a little bit under his weight as he sort of puts his head in his hands and says, Delius, tell me you didn't kill anyone, Delius. Tell me you didn't go around like sacrificing people and murdering them. You can't come back, Delius. It blackens your soul.
And Delius leans up against the wall, near Norigar, looks to him. I didn't participate in the sacrifices, Norigar. But I won't lie to you. I did kill. There wasn't a day that I enjoyed it. But I did kill. Because it was that, or I would be dead.
Oh, you killed in self-defense then? And Norigar looks like he's building up some hope here.
I killed because if I did not do as the cult commanded, they would have killed me. No, I did not just defend myself from aggressors or people. I went. There were some that were also of other cults. I killed them. And there were some that were not. And I killed them. So, I find it rather ironic you could not accept this prisoner because you have been traveling for the past few weeks with one who has probably done much worse in their time than this person has ever done. And you called me friend. Though I will not blame you if you do not after this conversation.
Norigar's head is in his hands, and he's again, he opens and shuts his mouth for about 3 times before he finally speaks and says, this is complicated, Dillis. This is beyond me. If you'd have killed for sacrifices, if you'd have killed for power and cruelty, I'd have had to take you in right here and now, even though it broke my heart. If you'd have been forced to kill, they'd have held a knife to your throat, then I'd have told you it's not your fault, it's them, all the evil's on them. But this is complicated. I need time to think. I told you I'll keep your secret, or I would take this to the father, but I can't get my head around this right now. And right now I can't look at you. I know this was tough to say, and I appreciate your honesty, but what you've done will... I don't know. Feels like you're not a bad person, but you've done bad things. And I don't know how to square that with my gut. I need to think. I'll talk to you later, Delius. And he kind of almost stumbles off down the street, like he's reeling. He heads back in the direction of the temple, but not with the He's neither looking angry like he did at first or confident like he did after he got the money. He just looks confused and lost.
Elias nods in understanding as Norgar goes. He watches him walk for a few paces, and he will simply turn and head back towards the market.
All right. Now, to the bathhouse.
Which one?
Which one? Which one?
The bath time?
Yeah, let's do the bath time.
Oh, fuck yeah. I recognize this place.
I think I've used this before, didn't I?
I think someone's had sex in this one.
What
Yes.
happened again?
This is why you don't find me in jacuzzis.
Semen everywhere.
All right. The this bathhouse, it's not that far away from the location that you were at. In fact, there's like the magistrate, and then there was, you pass through the banking guilds, or some of the rich guilds, money lenders and stuff like that. And then you pass through this a circular street where there's a large fountain, and then you notice some this luxurious Atacralian architecture.
Oh no, we don't want that one. We're moving
Is this-
past the Atacralian one.
What's up?
We're moving past the Atacralian one. We don't want to go in that one, I don't think.
You don't want to go there?
Not to that one, because I know Peef was going to go to one of the bathhouses, and we were going to go to the other one because she wanted to spy on the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete's gonna spy.
Thank you,
All right.
Peef.
They're going to the safe one.
We hope
The
it's the
safe-
safe one.
The Atacralian one is the one that she said is the safe one.
No, I thought she said the Atacralian one was the one owned by Lady What's-Her-Face.
Yeah. Lady
No.
Payne.
Vane.
Lady
No.
Vane.
Vane.
No,
Fane?
Lady Vane owns the other one.
Oh.
the
Oh, okay.
Atacralians
The
Yeah,
Atacralian one's
Atacralian
fine.
is the one she said that we should go to.
Oh, okay.
She was afraid of the other one.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. Misunderstood.
But I don't think any of the characters really know what's going on here either, right?
No.
But anyway, it's a very large place, and there's kind of a whorehouse, a brothel on the other side, and you guys don't need all that, so you head right to the bathhouse, right?
Nope, we don't need that at all.
It is heavily guarded, and as you move into some of the lower areas where it's heavily shaded, and there's lots of torches and lanterns and stuff down there, she seems to want to hide away, and is very sketchy the whole time.
Emmy will make sure to hold her hand the entire time as they're going, also to make sure that she doesn't get away. She says, "It's okay, don't worry, you're fine."
I feel like if I have said her name, she will know where I am.
I mean, hey, if she does come for you, I'll let you know that I'm really good at just ending people very quickly. So if she does come for you, you don't have to worry. Besides Norigar, I'm probably the safest hands that you can be in.
You're very good at fighting.
Oh, yes.
You look very strong.
I am very strong. Thanks for noticing.
She nods. She says, I underestimated your friend when we attacked her in the alleyway.
Oh, yeah. Peef is... Peef is extremely strong. Very skilled. Very sneaky, too. Not in like a bad way or anything like that. I mean, she's just really good at sneaking around. Like, we tried to find her once in the woods. It was dark, mind you. I can't see in the dark. But yeah, we could not find her at all. I think she found us.
She's kind of listening intently, and as you get up to the area where you pay at the front, do you have a few coins?
I've got more than a few, yes. How much is it?
It is 1 silver per person.
Okay. Yeah, Emmy will pay it, of course, for both of them.
She thanks you, and she says, there was also a Mentep there. He was a good fighter, and he killed my friend.
Oh, well, sorry about your friend, but I mean, you were trying to abduct my friend. That's Teihei. The one who killed your friend. He's a very skilled fighter also. I think he's I really want to learn a lot from him, because he's like a master. I don't think he'll teach me though, but I'm trying to get good enough so he'll teach me.
She nods, and you find a more secluded spot, a smaller bath. Water's steaming, and she starts to take her ragged garb off. You can see all over her body is the flesh almost looks charred and burnt.
Yeah, Emmy will kind of remove her own, some of the armor that she's wearing and the clothing and throw it in the corner. So she can still, she doesn't care about keeping eyes on it, but she'll put it in the corner. And she looks the same. And it's a notable concern on her face. Before Emmy kind of slides into the water, she says, Did someone do that to you?
She looks at her skin and looks kind of surprised at first, and she shakes her head. No, I was born this way.
Oh, okay.
I am Vatagi.
And I am Emmy. Oh, you mean, okay.
And you are a funny one.
I try to be.
That was a joke, right?
Yes, that was a joke.
Ah.
You can come in the pool, it's fine. She'll like splash the water.
She slips in and starts to clean herself off. You can see the filth and the water around her. She says, am I free to go after this?
Demi shakes her head. No, sorry. Unfortunately, not after this. No, we still need your help with finding some of these places, and I know you're scared. But we might need help beating this people. I mean, it's gonna be much better with them gone. They took the eye from Kaleem. We need to get it back to him. And you're gonna help with that. And then, I mean, after that, I guess if you want to go, you can. But, you said you're going, what, to the west?
To the east.
Oh,
I
to the
don't
east.
know if the cult is that way.
Why are you going to the east? Are you meeting people?
No, I hope to escape the cult.
Oh.
And perhaps I could go back to Baltazar where other Darkwalkers are.
Well, I mean, you could go it alone. Or an idea. We're in a caravan. We're kind of heading along the Spice Road and traveling all over and such. I know our one friend, the troll, Norgar. He's pretty set in his ways about what, justice is and such. But, if you maybe stay with us for a bit, we can keep you safe from the cult. And you don't have to be alone. And you don't have to be with people who are gonna make you kill people who don't deserve it.
Oh. What scares me, I don't think he likes me. I probably shouldn't come with you.
Oh, no, he doesn't like you at all. I don't think. I mean, it's your choice, of course, to come with us or not. I'm not gonna force you to, but the only thing I ask is that you stick around until we can deal with this cult. I mean, it's more of a, I guess, helping get maybe some justice for those that you wronged, in a way. Doing some good.
She thinks about that for a moment. And she kind of slips down into the water up to her nose and gets quiet for a moment. And we'll go over to Peef.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impeafable.
Alright. So what is Peef gonna do?
He goes to the other bathhouse that is owned by Lady Vane, and is gonna scope it out. Try to see if Vane is there. This is still the same day that we had the big fight and with the cult people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaleem, yeah, that was earlier during the day.
Okay, so I can't use my search ability, but I can just scout. So she's gonna kind of sneak around there, looking around, seeing what security's like, seeing what the building is like. Potentially try to climb some stuff to peek in some windows.
Okay, cool, yeah. Alright, make a concealment check.
Okay.
I'll do some different music for...
That's a terrible roll.
Peef. Peef's quest here. There we go. There's a Peef quest song. What was your roll? What is it? Oh,
It's only a 7.
7. Alright, so you're not gonna sneak onto the grounds. You're just pretty much this is what I got from it, is like you're gonna sneak around the area of it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go into the place.
No, she's definitely not going inside.
Alright. You notice that the place is like 3 stories high. You notice on the 2nd story and the 3rd story is probably where she is. Like this scene here, if you guys see it.
Yeah.
It appears to be a balcony on the 3rd floor. You can see into the bed chambers and stuff. And you would be probably on the 2nd floor of another building. Go ahead and make your stealth roll as well. Alright. Do you have the climbing skill?
I don't think so.
That's just a dex roll if you don't have the climbing.
Yeah.
Alright, let me roll some of this. Okay, nice. As you're kind of sneaking around and stuff, you notice some guards. There's like, it's heavily guarded, and most of them wear like the purple sash, and you notice all of them are personal guards, like skull cap, wearing medium armor, carrying spears or swords, and most of them do look maybe like they come from the Denites, that land, which would be the desert lands.
The Knights are always the bad guys. Does it seem like more active than normal? Or anything? Or does anything seem strange considering, like, if these were the ones to have taken the eye, I would feel like there'd be some excitement kind of buzzing around, or like people would be very on edge, you know, like that sort of thing.
It does seem like it's heavily guarded. I mean, it for a bathhouse and a brothel, you know, that kind of mix too. It's just like the Atticralian place, pretty much.
Yeah.
Except this place is smaller and you know, more condensed. You can actually pay, you know, like 1 silver to go in and get the bathhouses, or you can pay like a silver to spend an hour with someone, you know, for some love. And you can get freely, you can move freely into that area, but even at the front there are 2 guards just to get into that place. And you notice that there are people watching, and on the 2nd floor you notice that there is a meeting going on with some people around it, a long table. Do you have any way to like enhance your vision, like a spyglass or anything like that? Because it would be hard to see from the 2nd floor of next door, like more details. But if not,
let's see.
If not, you can just bust out a perception check.
I think my new bow has a 8x scope on it.
Yeah, it sounds. It's got an ACOG scope.
Hell yeah.
I'll roll perception.
Okay.
Can it be observation?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Why do you hate me, D20?
You do notice that there are you notice that symbol, and you do notice that there are 3 mages in there. They look like the normal spellcasters. They've got the symbols on their robes and the purple, the purple robes. These are the guys I'm talking about that are at the table in there.
Yeah.
And you notice several soldiers, but you see that symbol in there on the wall, one of the tapestries in there. You never see anything you never see the eye or anything like that, but
I think if it seems like there's a meeting going on, Peef might want to try to sneak closer
okay.
to see if she can try to lip read and figure out what they're talking about.
All right. Before you actually get up to go over there, you're starting to crawl forward, and you hear, "Hey, who's up here?" And there's movement over by the stairwells that come up there. There's plenty of places to hide up here. There's clothes hanging and stuff like that, and there's a small wall that kind of wraps around the whole second floor of this place. So there's plenty of places to hide, and you're moving very quietly.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
Should I make another concealment check?
Make one more concealment check. This guy comes out and he starts to walk around, and he's like, "You kids better not be trying to steal anything again. I got a crossbow this time." And this guy's dressed in common gear, common clothes. He has no visible weapon in his hand or on his belt at all. And he starts to walk around the rooftop, look around. When he doesn't find anything, he just turns around and walks back down below stairs. All right, you gonna try to sneak on over there?
I'm gonna try to sneak closer.
Unfortunately, it'll be another. Do stealth first.
Okay.
Oh, nice. 19 on the stealth. You're gonna have to beat this as well with a concealment. Moving silently, you pass a guard.
Are you kidding me?
You get spotted. You get spotted as you're trying to climb up one of the poles to get to the second floor.
Spiritual influence. Spiritual influence.
Can I try spiritual influence?
Yeah, you could go for that.
There's no way it's gonna work, but we can try.
Spirits of your ancestors.
Well, they don't like you.
Nope.
Yeah. You don't have anything to boost your concealment, do you? No, you're bowmaster.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Alright, so you hear the guard shout out, "Hey!" You hear footfalls starting to come in your direction.
And I run away. Wait, no. Is there anywhere to hide? Around a corner?
There are places to hide. You could try to... you could try to, hide somewhere around that area. Or, you could take off.
I'm gonna try to hide. Kind of break line of sight and hide somewhere.
Right. But I will say, if you're spotted this time, that you'll probably bust into a combat scenario.
Okay.
All right, one more concealment check, and I'm going to make 2 perception checks on this one.
I would like you to roll those perceptions first, please.
Okay. This one is a D12. Oh. That explodes.
Oh my god.
18.
And And this is a 2d8. I mean a d8, d6.
Ah,
Jesus.
Oh my god!
11 and roll that 8 again. Okay, so I need to beat an 18.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Eve.
Beef. Alright, I'm gonna put you in the street real quick. Oh, yep, that works. No, that doesn't work. That sucks. Sorry, looking for, there it is. We'll use this one. I can just assign everybody to visual on you.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. That sucks.
It happens.
Alright, at the moment, you only have 2 guards to deal with.
Where are they?
Grab these 2 here.
I ain't scared of no guards.
Alright. Roll some inish.
Their luck, they're gonna explode 5 times. Am I wrong?
God.
What is this nonsense, Rogue?
Goodness.
Oh my lord.
Not my fault, I promise.
You're just gonna kill Peef now?
Wow.
Maybe capture Pete.
Peef is done with the artwork, right? Alright, this one comes running. As you tried to hide, I guess in a nook, anywhere you could,
Or 8 movement? Fuck.
then they spot you and there, and he starts to run towards you. He pulls out a sword and tries to heavy attack you with it. Nice. He's gonna burn 2 frenzy and try again. Damn it. $28 damage.
Reduced to 18.
Oh, they both get to go.
Yep.
Alright, the other one. He starts to shout out to alert the other guards. And he gets to right here, and he has a spear in his hand as he's running towards you. So, that's as far as he gets. It's your turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna
can't-
say that this is the bathhouse area. You know, like maybe this and this.
Okay.
Area. And then up to your north and up to your east, or like just trying to disappear into the city if you want to run that way. Or
Yeah. So, she has like 5-10 movement. So she's gonna move over here. I think
Okay.
that guy gets an attack.
yeah, he's gonna try to cut at your leg. He's gonna do a called strike to the leg. So it gives him a -3 for hitting a target that size.
That's a hit.
Yeah, how much armor do you have on your leg?
On my legs specifically,
Yeah,
I have 1.
okay. So just 1 armor on that.
Okay, so -11.
Still not enough to go over your body, though, is it?
No.
Okay. So you probably stumble, but it doesn't knock you down.
Okay. Peef is going to kind of turn around and shoot at this guard. Do Deadeye. Actually, yeah, she'll do Deadeye.
This is how many rounds until more guards show up. 4, so you're good. You gotta get 20 seconds.
Okay. Alright, awesome. So I hit, arrow flies in the air with my cool new goblin battle bow.
Nice. Power 2. Nice. That knocks him to the ground.
Alright. I still have 25 feet of movement. Can I climb on top of this building?
Yeah. Make a dexterity check. And target numbers 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then when I'm up there, I'm gonna burn 2 frenzy and shoot this one again.
He's on the ground. So, get that goblin. There's another arrow. Oh,
Dang it.
probably hits next to him. Alright. The guard that's on the ground. He rolls to a standing position. he can only move half his movement, which is 4. So he gets to there. And it looks like he's going to try to start climbing after you, but he just shouts up, "Get the goblin! Get the goblin!" And this guy is going to try climbing.
He climbed the good climb.
Man, that was 7 to get there, I think. I think he's just on the edge of the, we'll say he's right here.
Okay.
Oh, that was 8 to get the right there, wasn't it? He's got a spear that's got the reach. He is going to try and stab at you with the spear.
Okay. Do I get a little bonus from the curve of the roof?
Yeah, that's cool. Get an extra +2 cover. He cuts and then he tries to come back with his 2 frenzy. Heavy attack cut.
Okay.
And you get the 2 cover as well. Nice.
I would like to move over here and push him off the roof, please.
Nice. Go ahead and do an unarmed.
Is that one action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Resisted strength check.
Jesus.
No.
Ugh.
All right. So he's struggling with you up there. You can use another action to make another strength check, though.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, you got him.
That's better.
Got him. What's that look like?
Yeah, Peep just wrestles with him for a bit, but then is able to just kind of shove him off. And then is going to step forward. And did he take any damage from falling?
Yeah, he is. He takes 4d6 explosive.
Come on, let's see some dice explode.
None. None explode.
Oh,
This is second round. All right.
Oh,
Anything
I'm not
else?
done. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm burning frenzy and I'm gonna shoot at the injured one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's...
Yes!
No armor. Power 2. Oh, nice. What's that look like as you take him out?
I think she just shoves this guy and then quickly gets to the edge of the roof, peering down, and just headshots him.
Yes. Yes, he falls dead. The guy with the spear, he jumps back up, and he's just gonna try to like heavy attack, hurl his spear at you.
Getting rid of your weapon, I like it.
Yeah. He's got a short sword on his belt, but he's not trying to take any chances climbing back up there. Ah!
Do I get a bonus from having the high ground?
Yeah, do the +2 cover again.
Okay.
I like that.
Woo!
Nice. And then that's it. He shouts. He can't pull his weapon out or anything else. So it is Peef.
Okay.
This is round 3.
Yeah. So next round they show up?
Yeah.
Alright. I have a thing. I'm gonna use Seeker and burn a Saga point. And I'll get to roll a d3 along with my d20 check. I would also like to use Piercing Gaze.
Mm.
Well, do I want to do that? Sorry. Success. Oh, I must burn Frenzy. No, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do a combo attack. Four acciones.
Going big.
Going big.
D20 and a D3.
And a d3. So there's the d20. And the d3 is a 2, so 11.
Oh, you know what? I'll give you the extra +1 too for high ground.
Oh my god, I love you, Rogue. Okay, so just barely hit.
Oh no, that's with the -1. I took it from him.
Yep, you took it from him. No take these backsies.
So he Tygo's a defender.
No, because you said you were giving me a +1.
Yeah. I gave you the +1, but that's what I did. I took it from his defense there.
Oh.
That means, unfortunately, he tied.
Dang it.
Alright, he does not do anything, but you notice 4 other guards coming around the corner. He draws his short sword out, and he points at you. And says, that one! And 2 of those guards have bows. Oh my god. Damn it. We'll say the other 2 guards right here. So you're getting 2 arrows shot at you.
Okay. Well, what's their initiative roll?
They'll go with the guard.
Okay.
And you can do that to cover being on the roof.
Nope.
Oh, God.
Oh. That's a lot of damage. I'm down. I wasn't expecting that big of a hit.
Oh, no, Peeve! Rogue!
What kind
says-
of longbow they using?
That says
2d10 plus a
longsword.
d6?
That says longsword, isn't that?
It's the same damage.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Mm-mm.
Why didn't you run, Beef?
Oh,
Because I was trying to kill the witnesses.
Oh, what are your hit points at?
-8.
Oh. Shit. Beef is taken captive.
And the screen fades to black.
Was Peef meant to meet up at the bathhouse, or what were we
No.
doing?
so
we were
we're
gonna
good.
meet at the inn.
No, we're gonna meet the caravan, right?
Caravan, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll do that then. Everybody go to the caravan scene.
Yeah, I think... no, Emmy wouldn't get there first, because Delius is heading back probably at the same time.
Oh no. You guys were going to meet at that same area in the circle with the tents and stuff.
Yeah. Because, what is it? Because Emmy wanted to talk to Inathia.
Delius wanted to talk to both of them.
Mm-hmm. Want to turn off the battle music?
Alright. Do you guys have sight there?
We do.
Yes.
Alright. So, how does this scene unfold here?
So it's not, there's nothing else with same, right? We don't really say much.
No, she gets quiet. She just mentioned that she wanted to leave, and then after she found out basically that she wasn't going to get to leave, she got really quiet, shut down.
Mm. Yeah, so Emmy would bring Same back to the caravan. Maybe get, if anyone's not busy, probably Tehe, to be honest. See if Tehe would watch over Same, filling him in on what's going on. They're using Same to help root out, where the rest of the cult is, sort of thing. Maybe after feeling comfortable enough, she'd look out for Nathia and Delius. Not sure when Delius is going to come back, but mostly looking out for Ineth.
You do find, because right there is the tavern as well, the first helmet, and it's kind of open. So you do find Tehe very easily, and you do see Ennis and the two kids there. She seems to be cutting a piece of fruit with a knife, and then you notice that his youngest daughter is Fiora, is like sneaking up on Ennis, and Ennis pretends like not to notice her and stuff like that. And then she puts the fruit down, and then Fiora is trying to steal the fruit from her without her noticing. They're playing some little game. You notice Tehe is smoking a pipe, and he's also got a mug of overflowing mead. And he looks over and greets you, Emmy, as you walk in there. Well, hello.
Hey, Tehe. How are you doing? Is he still injured?
I know he seems better by now.
Yeah, it's been like 2 days. He says, yeah, you're looking better. I have a favor to ask. You've met Same in different circumstances, and she gestures over to Same.
His nose scrunches up a little bit. Oh, is this the one that we met in the alleyway?
Yeah, she is.
I'm quite acquainted with this one. What are you doing here?
Well, we freed her. She's gonna help us find the other, members of the cult. They took something and we need to get it back. Hey, do you mind watching Same for me? She, like, her gaze keeps drifting over to Anathia, very unfocused. She says, I gotta talk to someone.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Tehe. I really, really appreciate it.
Come now. Let me tell you some stories. And Tehe takes Same away. If you try anything, I'll be forced to thrash you.
Emmy laughs, but she takes a deep breath and makes her way over to Anathia.
Ennis, like, she doesn't look towards you at all. Seems like she's still pretending to play with the little one, and then till you're like right there, like you could feel like she knows you're there, but she hasn't looked over yet. And she does have a big smile on her face.
Emmy kind of puts her hands on the back of Ennis' chair and leans down, her hair kind of brushing against Ennis' shoulders. She says, hey, how you doing?
Well, hello.
Hi. Emmy scoots around and grabs a chair, kind of pulls it up next to Ennis. How are things going with the kids?
Quite well, actually. I'm teaching them to be stealthy.
That's a good skill. I'm sure you and Peef could teach him a lot.
She smiles. She smiles at you. You can see her eyes are kind of twinkling. She says, I was hoping you would return early.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you really quick. Not really quick. Might be a long talk. I don't know. It's gonna be something. So I was talking to Dilius earlier, and we talked about some stuff, and one of the biggest takeaways of it, there's a lot, and Emmy is very awkward right now, maybe a little bit sweaty, but even though she just had a bath, she adjusts her seat a bit and says, anyways, so I wanted to tell you, I don't know how you feel about me exactly. I'm not the best at that sort of thing, but I wanted to tell you how I feel about you, and that is that I like you a lot. I think you're very beautiful and just a wonderful person and great with the kids. Funny and smart and so many things that it's hard to express. And I'm not sure, again, how you feel about me, but I want to tell you that. And Emmy kind of shrugs a bit, looks away, and says, I don't know where to go from here, but I like you, so I just want to make that clear.
She smiles really big. And, she says, you haven't done this much, have you?
No. No, I haven't. Not great at it. Still, if you do like me, you have to tell me, because I won't know. Do you?
And she puts a finger on your chin, and she says, of course I like you. Her eyes flash.
Abby kind of sighs. You see her shoulders roll forward a bit in relief. She says, oh God. Oh God, thanks. Whew. I was worried. Nervous. Something else that I want to ask, and this is perfectly okay if you're not alright with it. See, the thing is, I like Dilius as well, and I talked to him about this, and that I care about both of you a lot, very much, and it's probably selfish of me to even bring it up, but if possible, I'd like to be with both of you, if that makes sense.
She laughs and she says, that's quite greedy of you, isn't it?
Yeah, my master tried to tell me to let go of, material things and relationships and that sort of thing, but he's not here, so I don't have to tell him.
She says, that's an interesting sentiment. I would show you how much I like you if the children weren't around.
I don't really care, and Emmy, she kind of grabs Enith's chin and pulls her in for a very deep kiss.
You can see Arabella is the only one that noticed it, and Arabella is like got a shocked look on her face, and Enith smiles at you. Enith doesn't even notice that Arabella saw or anything like that. But then Arabella like goes back to doing what she was doing before, and pretends not to have noticed anything. Is Delius coming around soon, or?
Yeah, I would expect he is.
Okay. At this time.
Back around at time.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, Delius can walk up now.
Yeah, so he'll come up, and he had bought a couple of toys for the girls while he was out. Comes back and just casually sits across from them at the fire, wherever they're at. I take it that conversation went well, then.
Emmy is kind of looking more towards Enith, playing with her hair a bit. She smiles over to Delius and says, Yeah, it did. Very, very good. I think, right? She looks back over to Enith a bit concerned.
She says, oh, hello, Delius. And she smiles and she says, Emmy was just telling me how greedy she is. How she wanted a relationship with both of us.
I know. Isn't she just? And he smiles and
What?
looks to Fiora and Arabella. Go on, girls. Bought a few things for you at the market on my way back.
And they're like, Daddy! Well, Fiora is, super quick to come over and give you hugs. And Fiora, she hugs on you and takes the toy immediately. And Arabella comes over a little more timidly, and she smiles at you. And then she smiles at Emmy and nods. And then she whispers in your ear, Delius. Emmy and Enith just kissed.
Oh, did they? Oh. That is what adults who care about each other sometimes do, darling. We'll find out in due time. Now, I'd like the two of you to go play or go to bed soon. I need to talk with Emmy and Enith.
She nods. Fiora starts to run off over near Tehe and some of the others people from the caravan.
Emmy waves at the kids. He says, have fun. Bye.
Arabella waves to you, and she says, I'll see you later.
Oh, I'll see you later. Have fun.
And, when was Norgar coming into, is he coming back here?
I just remembered he said he was going to go to the temple, actually.
Okay.
Which is probably just as well, otherwise he'd have been hanging around being uncomfortable through the whole scene. Emotions. Ugh.
Yeah. So, Enith's, that leaves you, Delius and Emmy and Enith together by yourselves for the moment. I mean, of course, there's other people around in the tavern and stuff. But
We're ignoring them. Emmy reaches into the pocket and she says, yeah, I'm glad you're here, Delius. I wanted to wait to do this. She pulls out the necklace and kind of has it in her palm. She says, we actually got you something and made you something. It's kind of a combo gift between us.
she looks surprised at first. And she looks at it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Like, it definitely reminds me of you. Yeah. Do you mind if I put this on you?
No, not at all.
She kind of brushes his hair from her neck and puts the necklace around her. It definitely suits you. It's good.
She smiles, her eyes kind of twinkling. She's looking at you the whole time. And she says, perhaps I should get some wine for us.
Maybe. We can order some. I know Delius. And she looks over to Delius. You wanted to talk about some stuff?
Wine first might be good for the nerves, I think.
I mean, you two can drink.
Yes, I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Yes, and if you want to grab a cup for me as well, I would appreciate it.
Yeah. She heads over quickly, fetches a goblet, a few goblets, and a bottle. Throws some coins on the bar. And did you need to say anything while she was away, or
No.
you just wait for her?
He'd be waiting. He would want to talk with both of them if this is going to be a thing.
Yeah, she comes over and sits it down. She pours it for you and slides it over to you, Delius. And you notice, Emmy, that she's just brought you water.
And Emmy smiles and says, thanks. I appreciate it.
What did you want to talk about,
Yeah.
Delius?
Well, if this is going to be a relationship between the three of us, I thought I should be forthcoming about what that might entail being involved with him before we get, well, involved. I'm not really sure where to start, so I'll start from the beginning. I come from Dalewind, as I said. I was kidnapped when I was very young, and was a part of a cult. A warlock's cult, a cabal, if you would. I was part of that cult for most of my life, 40 years, about 30 years. No, yes, 30. Time flies when you're not having so much fun. I actually met my wife when I was part of that cult. It was wiped out by a rival cult. Her and I met after she had rescued me, you see. And we ended up moving to a grove of Jehen. All of that. Well, the Jehen part of what I told you is true. He looks to the two of them. Any questions about any of this? I would rather be as forthcoming as I can be.
Emmy's pretty enraptured, and she shakes her head and says, I mean, you can continue to go on. I don't really have any questions. To be honest, I really only care about the person that you are now, but I mean, if you want to be forthcoming with it, that's fine. That's perfect. But I don't know, whatever you did in your past is kind of the past, right?
Not if it is going to affect my present and future, which is where the next part of this tale takes us. I told you that I split with my wife and that it was not exactly amicable. That is true, but it is greatly underselling the reality of the situation. My wife and I think we were both powerful warlocks in our own right. But whereas I felt that I had overcome any desire to be involved in that life, my wife only did partly. The power nagged at her. She was very important in a particular order. The lack of power, she felt it. And Fiora's birth compounded it, made her feel a need to control the situation, I think. I don't know. She turned that grove of Jehen. She turned it into her own personal cult. It took time that I allowed to pass. I hope that maybe a few people following her would sate her. I was passive.
Is it like a sex cult?
No.
Oh.
No. Nothing so simple.
Oh, okay.
She wanted to protect Fiora forever. To keep her safe in the grove. She wanted the three of us to be immortal. And she would do anything to make it happen. Even participating with blood magic. He looks very dire as he says that.
And it makes a face at that, like, ooh. But she doesn't seem like, totally put out by it. Just like she's listening to a story.
Mm.
She seems to be listening intently and takes another sip of wine.
When I found out that my wife was sacrificing people, I took Fiora and I left. I found Arabella is not my child by blood. Her parents were sacrificed, and I found her on my way out. I took her as well. And I took them both from the grove. We've been running for almost a year now. And,
Did they ever see any of this? The little ones, did they ever witness any of this?
Fiora, no. Fiora was kept hidden from it all. My wife was very careful about what she exposed her to. She was always stuck in the house. But Arabella, yes. Arabella saw her parents sacrificed.
Oh no.
Blood magic. It pains me to know this, but when it comes from your pure, younger source, it is more powerful, and I believe Arabella was due to be a sacrifice just like her parents. I couldn't let it happen. I was too passive for her parents, but I had a chance to save her at least, and I did. But now, because of my decision and a ward that my wife put over Fiora, Fiora's condition is rapidly declining. I've stalled it as much as I can. I may have ideas for a cure, but I don't know how much longer I can wait before I take full action. So I thought you should know exactly who you're dealing with and what I plan to do.
Well, Emmy takes a deep breath. I already promised that I'd help you. That's not gonna change whether you come from some sort of blood magic cult. The important thing is that you got the kids out. That you saved them. That you're still willing to do anything to protect them. And I mean, that's a big part of why I like you. It's not gonna change. This doesn't change my mind personally. I'm not gonna speak for you, Inathai, of course. I'm still gonna be by your side. You don't have to worry about that. But thank you. And anything we can do for the kids, I'm happy to do, no matter what it is.
I'm relieved. I revealed some of this to Norgar earlier to try to help him humanize the captive that we rescued. Her and I share a similar story. It seems to an extent. But I plan to accompany the caravan to the Nine Towers. I have to speak with someone there. Once I have her answer, I may depart back to Dalewind to deal with my wife.
Oh. Emmy looks a bit sad at that. So.
And it has been like covering her mouth, ever since the story, about when you mentioned that Arabella had seen it and was like maybe due to be sacrificed, that seemed to hit her pretty hard. And she keeps like looking over at Arabella and Fiora, like almost tears in her eyes about it. And she says, I cannot believe it. I would never wish harm on a little one. I will do anything I can for them. She starts to laugh. She says, I've already fallen in love with your little ones.
So you're kind of stuck now. Emmy smiles a little bit.
It's not a bad place to be stuck.
True. Emmy looks back to Delius. I'm still willing to come with you. If you want to leave the caravan. Once we get to the Nine Towers. So... I'm trying to find my brother. He's a bit farther than that. Maybe if we find this eye, I can ask Kaleem for one more favor. Maybe if he could try and contact my brother. Get him to meet us there.
I do not wish to pull you away from your business. Of course, I would appreciate your aid. I don't even know if I can defeat my wife at this point, but...
I'll kick her ass.
Well, isn't the caravan due to follow the spice road for 1 year and come back around? Perhaps you could follow the spice road and gather up resources until then, and we could all help you.
It will depend on Fjord's condition. If it does not worsen any more than it is now, if I have stalled it truly well and good, then perhaps I can build my time, but if it ever takes a turn for the worse, I must go immediately. But you have me until the Nine Towers, at least.
Alright. Well,
And if we must say our goodbyes there, then I understand. But I would appreciate your company.
Emmy reaches out a hand and holds Delius's. I'll do my best to stick by you. I wouldn't want you to go off on your own. I mean, you're kind of stuck with me now, too. I kind of get attached real easily.
And Edithia takes Emmy's hand. And she takes Delius's as well. She says, I will be at your side as well and help you protect the little ones.
Thank you both. That has weighed on me for quite some time. It is good to be able to let someone know it.
Oh. If you need anything else, even just to talk or anything, we're here. And as long as I can help it, we'll always be here.
Good. Perhaps we could order some food then.
Yeah. Emmy kind of looks around. Where's Peeve? Think she's still spying on things?
And after that, the scene will fade to Norgar. I think. You good to do a scene here, Norgar?
Yeah.
What would he be doing?
So he is back at... no, he has been back at the Temple of the Maker. He's been kind of praying for guidance, but he doesn't feel he's really received it. So he's going to go and see Father Gravis, is it?
Oh, Father Gravis.
Yeah, he's going to go and see him. He's not going to reveal Delis's secret, but he wants to get some guidance.
Too many images. Okay, here we go. There it is. Looking into the same chamber that you were in before when you met Father Gravis. You notice he's looking out the window when you're given entrance by the monks. They bow to you and let you in.
Oh, bow back.
Good evening, Norga.
Good evening, Father. Thank you for seeing me.
I suppose you spoke to the magistrate then?
I did. Thank you. It was most kind of you to help with that. It did, though, lead to a set of circumstances that, well, I don't need to go into it, but it was... I'm looking for guidance, Father. I'm not a complicated sort of guy, and there's a complicated situation, and I can't get my head round it.
What seems to be troubling you?
Well, someone told me something in confidence, so I'm gonna change some details so it doesn't reveal who they are, but let's just say I met a man on the street, and when I met him, he seemed to be a good man. He helped me. We fought evil together. We defeated a man who was doing very bad things. And as I walked with this man and I spoke with him, he seemed to have a good heart and to be doing good things for the right reasons. But then he told me about his past, and that's where I'm troubled. Because this man that I am convinced is a good man today, well, he said he grew up on the streets, and he grew up in some pretty bad company. And he didn't know any better, but out of fear of what some of the others would do to him, he did some bad things. He killed some people. And I've always said you don't come back from that. Maybe you can pay for your crimes and find a way through, but he never did. He ran away, he got out, and he's tried to do good ever since. But I don't know if that ever pays for it. And I'm certainly not sure I can call someone a friend who's done what he's done. But I would bet anything that he's a good man now. So I am troubled, Father, and I do not know what to do. And I've come seeking your guidance.
He nods and he says, "You're a great instrument for the Maker."
It's all I've ever wanted to be, Father.
Sometimes great instruments become focused on one thing that they're good at, is destroying evil, but they become consumed by it. Well, I believe that people should be given the chance for atonement. If you say this man is a good man now, then perhaps you should give him a chance.
Norigar nods, and then he sort of thinks for a second, and he breaks into a big beaming smile, and he looks for a second like he wants to hug Father Gravis, and he sort of stops himself, and he sort of says, "Thank you, Father. Thank you so much. You've set my mind at ease. Thank you. And thank you for sending Elgar. I'll go and check on him in a bit. He'll be a great help with the temple. But now I need to go and see this man. Thank you, Father." And he bows and goes to leave.
He nods.
The good thing about Norigar having the zealot floor, that he'll just go with anything that someone in the authority in the church would say. So this is completely put to bed any of his concerns about Delius. So yeah, he goes hurrying back to the market with it, feeling like he's got a completely clear conscience now.
And if you guys are good, we're gonna...
I mean, we can continue. It's only one. Maybe find out what happens to Peef.
Do you guys want to continue, or...
I mean, I'm all game. I don't know about y'all.
I'm good with what
I'm happy either way. Yeah.
Emma.
I'm sleepy.
Oh,
There you go.
damn it, Peef. I'm kidding.
So, the last scene, I think, will be, you see Peef chained up in this dark chamber. And then you notice a hand touch Peef's head, and the white glowing light start to heal some of the wounds from the arrow. And she awakens, and that'll be the end.